Me and my girl Liu Ruyan went out hunting for a zombie stud. She wanted the tall, hot water ghost zombie king all to herself, so she shoved me off onto the ugly, terrifying Minghuo zombie king. But the water ghost zombie king turned out to be a total flop and got swallowed up by rival zombie kings. Liu Ruyan got sold off as a beauty slave, passed around to multiple zombie crews, and brutalized. I got dragged back by the Minghuo zombie king, and less than a month later, I gave birth to his little zombie prince. The Minghuo zombie king got so hyped he conquered the entire city for me. Just like that, I became the most powerful zombie queen without lifting a single finger. Then Liu Ruyan found out and had completely lost it. She shoved me off a building and we both died. When I opened my eyes again, I heard the roar of countless zombies. I had been sent back to the day the zombie king was choosing his bride. I was still in a daze when Liu Ruyan was already on her knees in front of that massive, flame-wrapped zombie king, screaming, "Minghuo zombie king, pick me, I'm super fertile, I'll give you the strongest little zombie prince." I was absolutely speechless. In our past life, she was totally disgusted by the 3-meter-tall Minghuo zombie king. Now she's literally throwing herself at him? Wasn't she scared of getting wrecked? I caught that shifty look in her eyes and knew instantly. She'd been reborn too. She thought snagging the Minghuo zombie king meant she'd become zombie queen just like I did. What she didn't know was that being his woman was no walk in the park. Finally, there's a fool taking that fall for me. The Minghuo zombie king seemed to like girls who made the first move. He grabbed Liu Ruyan with one hand, tossed her over his shoulder and said, "All right, you'll do." Liu Ruyan's looks and figure were top tier, no question, just not sure if her body could actually survive it. She had this smug grin on her face. My turn to live the good life. Don't even think about competing. I just laughed. I had zero interest in competing. All she saw was the glamour of being zombie queen. She had no clue how much I suffered behind closed doors. She wants to jump into that fire pit? Fine, it's all hers. We used to be ride or dies. After the apocalypse, she was dead weight, surviving purely because of me. I just never called her out on all the shady stuff she pulled behind my back. She'd sneak portions of my food, always pushed me to the front when zombies showed up, and told everyone I knew martial arts and could take a hit. If I hadn't lost everyone I loved in the apocalypse, I would have never put up with her this long. Under my protection, she soaked up every benefit while plotting against me in the shadows. And now she was signaling to the water ghost zombie king. "Zombie king, I've got another friend, Yun Yao. She's got wide hips, built for having kids. You should pick her." Her eyes were practically screaming with desperation. She couldn't wait to watch me suffer through everything she went through. I rolled my eyes, and before the water ghost zombie king could say anything, pointed to his second in command. "Can I go with the lieutenant instead?" "Why pick him over me? I'm way more impressive." "Because the lieutenant's size is more compatible with mine. I bruise easy. Something too big, I just can't handle it." The second I said that, the water ghost zombie king burst out laughing. "Ha! Can't handle too much? Fine then. You go with the lieutenant." "Yeah, wrong size can really do a number on you." The lieutenant was a wandering powerhouse who'd recently been recruited and made a massive contribution in the latest zombie crew war. His build hadn't ballooned from the transformation. Under 6 feet tall, still looked pretty human. Just had purple gold markings covering his face. Honestly, not that scary. After turning, the better looking they are, the more humanity they've retained. And the higher their IQ. I'd done my research on the standouts in these zombie crews. His abilities matched any zombie king's. If a rival zombie king hadn't set him up and taken him out, he could have built his own empire someday. I was done playing it safe just to survive. Men, zombie or not, are not reliable. This time I was carving out my own path. The zombies who still had some humanity left all cracked up when they heard that. The lieutenant looked pissed. Can't blame him. No man wants to be chosen for his size like it's something to be proud of. He was rough with me. He hoisted me up like a sack of grain and threw me over his shoulder. His sharp claws tore into the skin on my thigh. When he caught the smell of blood, the freak actually licked it. Ice cold. I fought back the disgust and kept myself calm. I'd survived way worse than this. This was nothing. The look Liu Ruyan shot me was pure contempt and mockery. In her mind, I'd made a stupid choice picking the lieutenant over the water ghost zombie king. Too bad I'm not as dumb as she is. With that pea-sized brain of hers, the only thing she ever knew how to do was latch onto someone else. This city used to have 4 zombie kings. After today, only 3 remained. The city got carved up into 3 zones, and the surviving humans were split 3 ways. Men became blood bags and food, women became playthings and breeding tools. Zombies had severely reduced fertility after turning, which made surviving human women insanely valuable. It had been over a year since the apocalypse, and women were in critically short supply. The lieutenant was still salty over my size comment and clearly had it out for me. No idea what he had planned. Their base was an abandoned 5-star hotel, and I got tossed onto a plush, king-size bed. The guy with purple tattoos all over his face glared daggers at me. "Compatible size, huh? Let's put that to the test right now." I mean, compatible was a stretch. He was only slightly shorter than those 2 massive guys, just as jacked. Nearly 6'4" going up against my 5'4" self? Yeah, not exactly compatible. I genuinely couldn't figure it out. Even after turning into a zombie, his ego was still that fragile. All I could do was roll my eyes internally. I tried to smooth it over. "That's not what I meant. I just bruise easy. I really wasn't making fun of your size." Hearing that again nearly made him crack his own teeth. He looked ready to eat me alive, and then he literally bit down on my shoulder. I froze. I thought I was just here as a breeding tool. I was sure he wouldn't actually bite. But he did. Just as I thought I was about to turn into some brainless little zombie, he suddenly let go. There were only faint teeth marks on my shoulder, no broken skin. Yun Yao, it's the apocalypse, and you're still out here running that mouth? Wait, how did he know my name? I never told him. I stared into those cold, piercing eyes. A strikingly handsome face, reserved, almost untouchable, overlapped with the lieutenant's face right in front of me. A split second later, I launched myself at him with a full bear hug, bawling. Sure, Hao, I can't believe I'd run into someone I know out here. I'm so glad to see you alive. You'll protect me, right? But what came back was a low, mocking laugh. Yun Yao, that is not what you were saying back then. Okay, yeah, a little awkward. Before turning, he was a finance major, Shi Hao, and the city's kickboxing champion. I used to go around bragging I could knock him out with one punch and said he looked like a total bum, wouldn't want him even if he was free. Truth is, I was just sour grapes because he rejected my confession and humiliated me. Right now, I wanted the floor to swallow me whole. I thought I'd been smart about this. Turns out I walked straight into a trap. We already hated each other as humans, and now I'm stuck in his hands as a zombie? Any shot at a decent life here? Well, I never got with him before, so now that I might, I guess it's not a total loss? Not that he liked me at all. He smirked at me and dumped me on the floor. I need a maid. Hope you're smart enough to act like one. Otherwise, you're just a blood bag. Low damage, maximum disrespect. Lucky for me, I've got zero dignity left. Maid it is. Back before the apocalypse, rumor around campus was that he had a thing for Liu Ruyan. After the Water Ghost Zombie King died, he could have easily escaped. But he got himself badly hurt trying to save her, and ended up going down with her. I never understood that before, but now that I know the lieutenant is Shi Hao, it all clicks. When Liu Ruyan was with the Water Ghost Zombie King, he had no shot. Now that she's with the Ming Huo Zombie King, even less of a shot. Honestly, I think the man is blind. How do you fall for a manipulative little snake like Liu Ruyan? But hey, that actually gives me one more reason to pitch him on teaming up. Still, Shi Hao was brutally cold to me, borderline hateful, treated me like a dog. So for now, I kept my distance and didn't dare try to get close. After Liu Ruyan and I were taken, there was one woman left. She got traded over by the Water Ghost Zombie King in exchange for other loot. Her name was Deng Min. She trained in karate just like me, and back in college we shared a dorm room.